since 7th grade. Oh, wow. Are you better? Won't quit my day job. Each day that we're given presents a new chance for adventures and experiences. We discovered a common bond around hunting for comic books, collectible toys from our childhood, meeting interesting people, seeing brand new places, or finding anything that makes us say, wow, I remember that. We live for nostalgic memories, we have a passion for exploration, and we are completely obsessed collectors. Together we are Comic Trips, and we are inviting you to come along with us on our expedition for pop culture treasure. Last night we drove into about 45 minutes away from St. Louis, and we have a couple people here that have given us really good recommendations. How's your cup of noodles? Okay. How's your beard? How's being a dog? Okay. It's a good day. Is it crazy that it feels like we're in the home stretch, even though we're in St. Louis? We're a lot closer to home than we were a couple days ago. And we're losing Jeremy probably tomorrow, which really blows. I'm gonna have to be stuck with her for the rest of the way home. Rude.
Really?
4 miles an hour, lady.
Really?
Fudge.
Wow, that woman really wants to die.
And she actually stopped when she turned and looked at us with a grimacing face. It's your fault. We're out of time. I'm intrigued to see what we find today. I know nothing about these places, but they come recommended well. So,
Are we meeting anybody?
hopefully we'll be meeting Stephen Lowe, aka Stanley Rules 1. Seems like a good guy. Knows a lot about comic books. Does some trading and shit like that, you know? It's okay.
Is he Cuban?
What's that?
Is he Cuban?
I don't know. I don't know of what national descent he is. I kind of hope Cuba now, so I don't, don't want to insult anybody. I don't know. I'll just talk like that. I can't help it.
I do it better.
Oh, do you? What, Sylvester Stallone voice? Is that what you do better?
That's Al Pacino.
Oh, is it? That's weird. So funny that you know that now.
What?
Yeah, she, we started talking like this one time in the car, and she goes, "Oh my God, you sound like Sylvester Stallone." Like, no, that's Al Pacino.
It's a nice little Saturday in South Jersey. Okay.
You sound like Sylvester Stallone.
That is not Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my God, it's Al Pacino.
It's Al Pacino. Oh my God. Scarface played by Sylvester Stallone. I can't believe you just blurted that out. Congratulations, we now have the intro to this episode.
Hey. I'm gonna kill you, Blinks. This is fine. Close the fridge, we're not air conditioning the whole neighborhood. Plain to the point.
Oh wow, we had fiber gummies this whole time. I couldn't poop.
I couldn't poop either. Hey. Does it suck?
No!
You're welcome.
fiber gummies. I think I pooped once on this entire
You don't
trip.
want to eat multiples of these.
Why not?
I've done that.
Uh-huh.
It was a huge mistake.
What, did you do it to poop?
I was my brains out.
So I'm gonna have at least 2. I'm always at least a 1 time a day super solid pooper. And I'm not pooping. I don't know what's going on.
And you're gonna poop.
Good. I want to poop. Maybe it just made you like that because you don't ever eat fiber.
I do too.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
No, you don't. No fiber in ketchup.
Oh, Jesus.
Slow down, you maniac! God! There's innocent human beings on this road.
No such thing.
How much fiber in your daily value does this have?
10%.
Oh.
And I'm trying to tell you, I did this. I ate a bunch of them one time, Paul.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but did you ever notice that you have adverse effects to literally everything? And I do not. So,
You know what I realized? I was like putting my comics in order in the box, and I realized I don't have I Hate Fairyland number 5, which is the last one. I thought I picked up all 5 at Chuck's Comics, but I didn't.
didn't they have that one at Elite?
Yeah, they had number 5. They've had it almost everywhere we went, but I just didn't buy it because I was like, oh, I already have it. And then when I went to go categorize my comics and put them in alphabetical order, number 5 wasn't there. And I was
You
like,
got
wow.
4 in the variant, right?
Yeah,
Do they paint his chest hair on there?
yeah. You know what John said to me?
It's staying in here.
He's like, yeah, that needs to stay in here. I wanted to be like, LOL, so are we.
What series was that dude telling you about with the CSI guy?
Oh, Carnage. Keith at Clint's Comics was explaining the new Carnage series to me that he really enjoys. And he's like, the way that it's written makes you feel uncomfortable. And just the way that he was describing it to me is like, damn, I want to read that now.
GPS is taking us on some weird routes. I get it that we can't go through tunnels and everything, but it's still weird. Like, was there a tunnel in between where we were and where we are? I doubt it. Technically considered legal sized?
They're custom made.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I've seen like people.
These, these are better. These were actually made by a cabinet maker, whereas these were made just by a handyman.
Oh, okay.
So these are a lot stronger, a lot sturdier.
did you open here?
We just celebrated our 17th anniversary in March.
So 99.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
We've been in this spot right here for about 10 years.
Yeah, I saw the other store door over there. Did you expand at one point?
Yeah, the wall used to be right here.
Oh, okay.
And this used to be the store, and then at the beginning of the year I knocked down that wall and then expanded into part of the next unit.
It's quieter than most stores, and I think I actually like that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the whole gaming. I need to sign out.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just like, that's why I don't do gaming here. It's just like you're basically parents are dropping their kids off so you can babysit them.
Comic tripped. We're in St. Louis at Newcastle Comics. I don't know if we're technically in St. Louis. We might be in the suburbs, but I'm eating my British chocolate. That's riveting footage there, mate. Riveting. Gonna win an Oscar.
You should not do.
You should not do. I started reading this.
It's your call.
It was recommended to me. Bravest Warriors #1. I found a variant I was looking for, and I'm only missing #2.
Okay.
And then I found this, which is I was looking for. It's a new series I want to read. It's kind of like Bee and Puppy Cat.
That's the difference between a $16 book and a $100 book.
What's the difference?
Well, I mean, this has a massive crease down the cover. Just look at the 1600. Giant massive crease. No creases. A little bit of spine. Completely destroyed spine. The difference. $100 and $16.
That's my mother's name. No, I'm just kidding.
How long has this store location been here?
We've been here for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest whale of a book that you've ever had come through?
We had an Amazing Fantasy 15 come through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're a submission center for ZGC, so we'll have people bring stuff in to send off, and we send off one of those.
You ever have a tough time just getting rid of something that's like on the wall where you're like kind of sad to see it go?
Sort of. I'm always glad to see a book go, but
Right.
there's definitely some that, you know, that I get an attachment to. Every time we move a Saga number 1, it's one less Saga number 1 that we've got. I think we're down to our last 1 or 2 now, and you know, it's sad to see those gone, but...
Right. Looks like your gaming is pretty big here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Magic and comics are big, too.
Now, is that just in this... Is this, like, kind of, like, native to the store? Is it big in this area?
Yeah, Magic's pretty big in St. Louis.
Oh,
It's definitely grown. We've had a number of stores open recently that focus on mostly Magic, and the community still thrives, so...
Sounds like a good culture.
Yeah. Looks like 109.15 is the total on everything. Out of the search. Let me scan that out. 111.50 is the total.
No paparazzi, please.
I'm gonna put my ice cream in the freezer. How's that?
Really want.
How's that?
I want to hit you with this right now.
Chuck it at him.
How's that working out
Chug
for you?
it. Chug it.
That's soft custard. It's good. Rivers Mall. Rivers Mall. Headed back west towards Kansas City.
Are we really?
Well, yeah, for a little. I mean, like for 5 minutes. All right, so we just left Newcastle Comics, and we received a pro tip from our friend in the area, Mr. Steve Lowe, that a spot that is a bit of a chain in the area called Vintage Stock is one of those all-in-one types of stores where they have comic books, records, toys, collectibles, and all that sort of stuff. I've never heard of it before. You?
It was one of the places that I saw in the thread of where to go.
She's back there. You just can't see her. There she is. Hey. Yeah, we were just talking about how it's nice to have resources in areas where we're not from, of people that are willing to give us recommendations and even meet up with us, like Mr. Lowe is going to do. Yeah, so 2 spots in so far. Comic book relief was cool. Mike was awesome.
Yeah,
Very
that
helpful.
That was a cool shop because they had those, they're like filing cabinets. And they were really well organized.
I love that setup with the big filing cabinets on the rolling, like ball bearing
But you know what
tracks.
else I liked is that he had a wall that said new releases this week. Then he had a wall that says last week's new releases.
See, that's awesome.
And then he had a section of new release back issues.
Man, all these days are literally running together. Yeah. Like, I'm having trouble remembering.
Yeah.
I had trouble remembering the shop name that we left on our first one today. Comic book relief.
Yeah, we're not trying to be like. We literally like. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
It really is. But we're having tons of fun, and the fun is nowhere near over. Well, kind of, because Jeremy's leaving tomorrow,
Jeremy's supposed to leave us.
which means that it's going to be stuck with this broad over here on the bus with the dogs and the
It's
barking,
off.
and then the barking, and then the dogs are making noise too, and
Is that when it goes back to comic trips?
Yeah.
Instead of camera trips?
Yep, we will be going from camera trips back to comic trips after Jeremy leaves. Jeremy refuses to let me live down the fact that I just got punked hard as shit by Neil Adams in Chicago.
He used to let you live down the law.
There's a lot we won't talk about. Alright, so as far as we know, we got at least one more stop here in the St. Louis area. We're gonna hit Vintage Stock in the Chesterfield Mall. And
gonna see how it goes.
We shall see.
At the rate we're going, there's a very good possibility that we could be home Sunday. Because if we do Indy tomorrow, since we're taking him to the airport, if we do...
It's only 12 hours.
Yeah.
We need to get back.
If we do Indy, and then we go right from Indy tomorrow afternoon and make it in time to get to Mike's Vintage, that's 2 hours away. Mike's Vintage is 2 hours from Indy.
We might be able to do the shop Penelope and Justin recommended if we've got time.
Oh, big fun?
Yeah, we might be able to just shoot up
Yeah, you're right.
now. Because, I mean, we planned to come back on Monday.
Yeah, I was hoping to get back like late Sunday night or early Monday, somewhere in there, and that would be cool. I mean, I know you're busting our balls earlier that we didn't technically have a plan, but now that I feel that since we have sort of a plan, we're doing good with that plan. We're making good time, right? How are you making good time when you don't know what your plan is? That's not the point.
Kat, do you have this one?
Just the first issue.
Yes, I do. I read it. It was really good.
I can't tell if I like their prices here or not. I'm kind of ambivalent to their prices.
They're a little over or a little under.
Right.
They got a lot of stuff that's like $1.99.
I mean, like,
But I did find this. It's
Oh, wow.
Fairyland of number 3, Club Fairyland.
I need
Yeah, it's
these
pretty
two
cool.
over here. Oh, sorry, right here. Twin pools.
The Gwenpool.
Also, we have that Batman #1, but I don't know.
Is that a bank?
Yeah.
I did not know that they were doing Fairyland variants with all of them. I thought they were just doing their first issue with Fairyland. But I found number 3, which means number 2, number 4, and number 5. Gotta find you.
I mean, some of the prices in here are good.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't really know what to do with them when they're over.
Wait. Oh, Jesus.
It's not $50 like it usually is. It's only $30 here.
Really?
I'll give you money for it.
You give me the money for it? What do you think, Steve? Happy wife, happy life?
I've been married 10 years, yes. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Have to like move and shit for no reason.
Oh wait, I found something for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. What are they? That's my old band. That's
Called
nothing.
Shattered Realm.
That's nothing.
They toured Europe. I owned his pants. And then on our second sleepover, I wore said pants. And he was like, "Why are you wearing my pants?" And And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I used to sing for Shattered Realm.
This is a metal band that I used to sing for from Jersey for a while.
So we found the CDs. You sure we don't want this one? We should definitely buy because of who was recorded singing it.
You can put those back in. How much was that again? You had that $30? Let me just go ahead and put the CDs back. I love you so much.
Jeremy found them.
Wow.
Under the bus. Is this a mystery long box?
Yeah.
Let's pay $40 for a long box?
But there's nothing better than being able to look through long boxes before anybody else.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no.
You not read it either? Do you read any at all?
Not really.
You're just along for the ride.
He's more horror, pop culture,
Yes.
obscurities, and oddities.
Why they got the
So,
oddities?
can you text your manager friend and ask if he's
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued.
Do you want that one or you want the most beat up one?
I don't know. Should I get the nicest one or the most beat up one?
Well, hang on a second.
If your friend texts you back, get the third one from the left. I think I need one of those. Oh, that's driving me
Here,
nuts.
Paul, can you hold this real quick? That's the box.
Sure. I think I'm gonna grab one of these mystery long boxes. Just
Well, at least we know we'll have a shit ton of dollars.
it ends up being what, 25 cents a comic, right? Oh, that's driving me nuts. I need to know what's in all those boxes, every single one of them.
I mean, $200, you can have all 5 of them.
Shut your poor mouth, all right?
You'll stock up on dollar books for the charity.
Well, hello there.
You're right. That's the thing, though, is that you're
I am
completely-
sorry to bother you,
And then
but I have a real quick question. I was asking you earlier for the hymn today because some friends of mine from New Jersey are in town and they have like a little YouTube show that they hit comic stores and stuff. And so I was going to ask you if there's anything in particular that's kind of neat or spectacular here that's come in recently. Oh, heavy.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I figured that there's not any gold in there, but as long as it's like not stuff that is there silver or bronze junk. That's what I'm curious about. If it's the
These are all bagged and boarded. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. It hurts.
sorry. Okay.
That's love when you pop each other's pimples.
Steve, can you tell him the difference, please? I don't have the patience
Of a
for it
first
anymore.
printing and like a millionth printing.
We're gonna head downstairs and look at some toys. Is it okay if I just kind of
Yeah,
start a pile here?
The book is in the bag.
Okay. You see that?
Oh, the AT-AT?
How much is that? Is that on blowout too? Wow. Yeah.
You're gonna have more room in the RV.
That is true. There's a free bunk starting tonight. After tonight. I don't want to talk about that. Makes me sad. I don't want you to leave.
There's room for this.
Yeah, but this thing probably costs more than you do. So. Yep.
Stop!
Just go. Just walk.
Jesus.
Just walk. It's fine. Just go in. Get away. Come on. There are people who are walking. You're obstructing traffic. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get a bag for the individual comics. If
You're gonna carry that box.
yeah, to the car. I'm just gonna carry it around the house.
Well, then how about Jeremy and I meet you at Hot Topic?
All right, I'll start by putting this in the car, and then
RV.
that's what I said, the car V. Where's Hot Topic at?
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
It's a mall.
That is the most that we will have paid for gas since our first stop for gas in Baltimore. You hear that? Camera trips with Neil Adams. Oh my God. What a Jeremy. Oh, you
Let me see if I can get it. Camera trips with Neil Adams.
Oh, I hate you. I hate him. I hate him so much. I don't, but I do. Camera trips. Oh, we only have 196 miles to go to Indianapolis.
Awesome. You shall not pass. Getting delirious.
You should windshield wipe Jeremy's window.
Camera trips with Neil Adams, huh? Okay. It's gonna be a bumpy ride to Indianapolis, Chief. Alrighty. That's how homie wants it. That's how homie's gonna get it. Laugh it up, Chuckles. Laugh it up. Camera trip with Neil Adams. Mother. This thing doesn't do shit.
You're gonna get bug guts in your eyes.
Huh?
Stop. You're Paul, it's got bug guts. Stop.
Stop. It's fine. It's fine.
Paul,
Stop. You're
I'll drop this camera.
No, you won't. Are you kidding me? Stop. What is that? Of course you will not.
Stop.
Get back to the gas pump. It's illegal. Gotta get every last drop out of that. $15.
So, about 20 minutes ago, we lost our pal. Jeremy had to go home. So, at around 2:30 in the morning, we dropped him off at Indianapolis International Airport.
He
has
has
work tomorrow.
on Saturday, not tomorrow.
Well, today is Friday, so technically.
Oh my God, it's Friday.
So, it's literally 3-something in the morning, and we're filming this because we don't want to get behind again. We kind of got behind in the beginning.
Right.
So we set up camp at a KOA just outside of Indianapolis to the east of the city, and we're gonna spend the night here. And I think we're gonna sleep in though for sure because I'm gonna need some sleep.
Your energy is like so deflated right now.
I'm diminished as Wait, Paul forgot to lock the door. Surprise, surprise!
Super happy that a serial killer didn't get in the 10 seconds that I was in here, and I didn't lock the door. So let's talk about our busy day today.
Today was a very busy day. Today we spent our time in St. Louis, Missouri.
The St. Louis area.
The St. Louis area, actually. We got a recommendation from a few people, and the first place was called Comic Book Relief. We headed there pretty early in the morning. It was like right after they opened.
It was right after they opened. We spoke to Mike, the owner. Great guy, kind of soft-spoken man, but he knows a lot. What I really like about Comic Book Relief was their organization. They had these giant file cabinets that each had 2 rows in it. That's how I want my setup to be someday.
Yeah, we'll get those. He said they were custom made.
They were custom made, but I know that I saw something on Etsy or one of those sites where people are making, if you take legal size file cabinets, I believe that they will fit 2 rows of most standard comic books.
You know what we should do? We should bring 2 books to Staples or Office Depot, find a filing cabinet, and just do a test theory.
Yeah, I want to look into that because, I don't know, just long boxes are long boxes. They're great, they're classic, but they're boring. And they're ugly.
But also, if you have a book that's on the bottom of your long box pile and you've got 4 long boxes.
Right. Yeah. I just want library style. We got a couple cool things at comic book relief. This was a cool shop. You only got one book there?
I did.
Okay.
I got the second printing of Spider-Gwen #0. I have the first printing that I got, but honestly, I'm on a Spider-Gwen kick.
You really are.
Yeah.
You're on one Spider-Gwen and Bee and Puppy Cat.
Spider-Gwen, Bee and Puppy Cat, Spider-Women, and Gwenpool. I am on it.
And what's that other one? I hate Fairyland.
I hate Fairyland, but the variants are called Fairyland.
You're really like coming into your own with that sort of stuff because.
Oh, and Bravest Warriors.
Right, because I'm all about back issues. I'm all about collecting, and you have such a knowledge of new comics that are out right now.
Yeah, I also work at a comic book shop, so I feel like I kind of need to know some things.
Speaking of new comic books,
Paul actually pulled the trigger.
and I got a new comic book. I'm excited about this from what we heard about the line, so I'm gonna give this a shot. 5 issues, right, in this run? 5, 6?
So far, there's
Okay.
been 7.
Carnage. I need to get back into reading Carnage. That whole world right there.
Well,
I'm really excited about the way that this was supposedly written, and I'm kind of
The guy
really stoked to dig into
The
it.
guy who wrote this story is now writing for CSI.
Wow.
So he really adds like a mysterious like touch to his writing, and apparently this makes you feel uncomfortable. Keith from Clint's Comics in Kansas City, he highly recommended this. So we picked up #1 to just see how it goes. But then again, you can't always judge #1 because some #1s are awesome and then the rest of the line blows. Or some #1s blow, but you gotta just give it a chance.
Right, so that cop the first print of that. Gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna dive into a new comic book, which is not something I really ever do. I got the new Back to the Future, had some of the new Star Wars. I think I made it up to like 3 or 4 before I lost track of Star Wars. We got the new C-3PO one shot.
Yeah, but that's only one shot.
Right, and then this, so not a whole lot. Other than that, grabbed Avengers 127, a nice low number Avengers. Marvel Tales Spider-Man #38. Grabbed 1 issue of Incredible Hulk, #230. Nice little low number Captain America, #139, 15 center comic. Then grabbed 4 issues of Iron Man, 193, 192, 199, and 175. We have been plugging away so well at a lot of these issues in this run. We've been doing very, very well with the your boots are undone. You should be careful. You're gonna trip on some. You're gonna sprain your ankle.
Alright, Dad. I really liked Comic Book Relief. I'm sorry, Vincenzo.
You offended him with.
dare you slam the books on the table?
Oh, mother!
How dare you slam the books?
Why would you do such a thing?
You woke me from my slumber.
Oh.
You bastard. Comic Book Relief, you get a thumbs up.
Good spot.
Thank you.
It is not a massive store by any means,
Nope.
but they got a lot of good issues in there.
If you're looking for a store in that area, in the St. Louis area, to start a pull list,
Right.
I probably would recommend that store because he has his current issues very well organized. He actually had a customer come in who was looking for a book that he was out of stock on, and he reordered it from his distribution.
Which is great.
So
And
that
then
was awesome.
And then Mike also actually, along with one of our other friends,
Where's the bag for this?
recommended another spot in
Yeah.
town called
Newcastle.
Newcastle Comics. Newcastle Comics is a shop that is run by a father and son. Newcastle Comics is one of those types of shops where they are kind of split right down the middle. You walk in and to the right hand side, you got their table games, Magic the Gathering, and everything like that. You grabbed a lot more books than you normally do. Usually you're I got a 1 and a 2 here, maybe a 3. You got, what, like 10 books?
Yeah, so I got
Good for you.
Bee and Puppy Cat, 2 #3s. I got the regular and the variant. Grabbed #8 and #9. So now all I'm missing right now is #2. So I'm super excited. Then I'm going to start Help Us Great Warrior because I've heard really great things. If you like Bee and Puppy Cat and Bravest Warrior and like kind of cutesy comics like that, this for sure. So I grabbed Bravest Warriors #1, but it was Paralyzed Horse Giant #1, which is like a spin-off. I actually found Bravest Warriors #1, which was so dope. And then I found Scotty Young's variant edition of the Haunted Mansion #1. So cool. Haven't seen this one yet. I only saw it on Midtown Comics website for order, so that's neat. I did not have I Hate Fairyland #5. Don't know why I didn't grab it at Chuck's Comics in Baltimore. Maybe they just didn't have it. Anyway, I got it.
I think that would be the only reason why I didn't get it, was probably because they just didn't have it.
Yeah. And then I found the Spider-Gwen #1, the Marvel, I guess, action hero cover. What are they calling these? Action figure covers?
Action figure covers, yeah.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen this one yet, so I picked it up. And these were all cover price, so that he wasn't charging extra for these variants. There was a Bee and Puppy Cat #5 variant that had no writing on it. That was $10, and so I figured whatever the total is, that'll be the deciding factor of whether or not I grab it, and I didn't because I spent a little bit of money. Oh wait, the battery's flashing. Hold on, let me change the battery so Paul can talk about cool stuff. Alrighty, Paul.
Well, you got some great issues. I grabbed mostly back issues and one new issue, and I almost walked right by this thing, just like Kat just walked by the camera. I almost missed this completely. This is issue #7, an incredible variant of the new Back to the Future.
You know,
comic
this
book.
is probably in my pull box at home.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Alright. I'll put it back on the shelf for somebody to buy.
Variant cover, the infamous dinner scene from Back to the Future, where Marty goes back and he meets Lorraine's parents, which are his parents-in-law and stuff like that. The really awkward scene.
When you saw this on the wall, you had a moment.
Well, I had to do a double take because it's so different than any other.
But you let out this like audible awe.
Yeah.
He was in awe when he found this.
Well, because it's so much different than any variant cover that I've seen for this line.
Yeah.
Remember, it was supposed to stop at issue 4. Like, oh, you guys really like it a lot, huh? More. Billion variant covers of that.
Yeah.
They had dollar issues or 12 for $10. New Teen Titans 38, 39, 40, 30, 35, 37, 27 from that line. That was 7 of those books. Grab Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Cannonball. Marvel Team Up Hulk and Spider-Woman. Marvel Saga #7 from 1986. Marvel Saga #9 from 1986. And Giant Size Special Iron Man #244. Dollar books, not gonna complain. Check them off the list, go down the list. And then, some really good back issues from the Incredible Hulk line, 110, 111, 115. These are 12-cent comics. Those prices varied, but they're in pretty darn good condition. They had ones that were in like nearly perfect condition that were 5 or 6 times the amount of money. I'm okay with grabbing these because this is a good starter point for me with the low-end Hulks. This is right after the Incredible Hulk came back at #102. This is the same year that they came back, so boom for those. And then 2 more later issues, 226 and 263. Few bucks a piece on those. We're doing really good at getting these lists done on this trip. We've got some really good back issues for here.
I'm gonna give Newcastle a thumbs up. I honestly, as soon as you walked in, they had 4 boxes of back issue all age comics. So basically all of my Bee and Puppy Cat, The Bravest Warriors, a ton of Adventure Time. They started at #3. They went all the way back to Adventure Time #3, and I think they're up to like 52 so far. And I was like, ooh, do I go down that hole?
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. That's a 50-issue rabbit hole right there, right?
Yeah,
They're up to like 51 right now,
51,
right?
I'd have to catch up to 51. And Adventure Time #1, even like a third printing is going for like $20. Which is funny because I spent the night at my mom's house like a week before we left for this trip, and I watched almost all of Adventure Time on Hulu. Ooh, I like didn't sleep. I just watched Adventure Time.
And then at the recommendation of our friend Steve Lowe, he is at StanleyRules1 on Instagram.
Hey.
He's always posting
really awesome old issues and stories behind them. He's a true collector. He is a gentleman and a scholar. We got
like literally a scholar.
We got to hang out with him today. We had lunch with him, and then we went digging at vintage stock.
Well, no, first we stopped at a store called Slackers.
Slackers, right. Oh, that's right. We grabbed a couple from Slackers. I forgot. Slackers is kind of a... It almost reminds me of like FYE, but with comic books.
Yeah.
It's not a bad store.
And they had toys, they had vinyl, they've got CDs, they've got games.
I only grabbed one thing, literally one thing. It's an 8x10 of Hulk Hogan. You know, since I need some more Hulk Hogan merch.
Yeah.
We went there with Steve first.
I found Fairyland number 3. So to my knowledge, they were only doing Fairyland for a variant number 1. But this says number 3. So now I'm inclined to believe that 2, 4, and 5 are out there. And I'm gonna find them. And I'm gonna buy them. And then I pulled the trigger on this. They wanted $30 for this. At every con and every show that has this new line of Living Dead dolls, Dorothy is going for $50, and this was $30. So how could I not? Because I literally love The Wizard of Oz.
How could you not?
And the box is in good shape, so I was like, yes. Yes.
That was a good grab. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in there because it just wasn't really on our agenda. It was a cool store.
But, Steve picked up 2 Gwenpool variants.
Yep, which he posted on his Instagram, which you can see.
Yeah, they're the more rare ones. The one variant he purchased was like $50. I forget which variant it is, but I haven't seen it out, and we've literally been to like a bajillion shops so far. So good for you for that grab, that find. I thought it was a cool shop, but
like I said, it was more. It kind of had more of a corporate vibe to it.
Yeah, definitely. Then we headed down the hall to another shop called Vintage Stock, which was what we went to that mall for.
We went to that mall for vintage stock, or as they call it, the cool kids call it V-Stock. And this place is very reminiscent of Second and Charles. If you remember our episode where we went to Delaware to a store called Second and Charles that has CDs, DVDs, video games, comic books, novels, they bought out a lot of orders.
Yeah, which apparently this place did too.
Right, and Steve loves this place. It came very highly recommended to him. We actually went to this location over another one. This was in the Mid-Rivers Mall, right outside of St. Louis, instead of the Chesterfield Mall.
Yeah.
So we went there with Steve. We did some digging. What did you get? You got...
got nothing.
You got nothing from there? This is all mine? Okay. So we'll just get right into it. Again, I'm not a massively new comic book issue guy, but I did grab Fantastic Four, number 500, Unthinkable, Part 4. This is a newer book for me that I like. And
why did you grab this?
Because it's on Fantastic Four number 500. I only really go up to 400. I want to give this read a shot. I want to see what it's like.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really phlegmy because it can get a little congested in here. So I apologize for like hacking it in, as my mom would say, but I'm phlegmy.
One issue of Alpha Flight from the dollar bin, number 58. X Factor 72, 79, and 85.
Random, but okay, cool.
Well, I'm trying to fill in the holes for X Factor. X-Force number 26. Fantastic Four 259. Another X-Force that I completely forgot about, 22. Then an oldie, got an oldie. Abomination Kills Incredible Hulk number 137. That is a 15 center. Spent a couple extra bucks on that book. Not gonna complain. Again, it's an older Hulk book. I really like that shop.
I'll give V-Stock a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Slackers, I'll give them a thumbs up too. I thought the shop was kind of cool.
V-Stock is apparently a chain, right? Vintage stock in this area. 4 or 5 locations, something like that. When we looked it up on Google, they had a few locations. I like it. It very much reminds me of Second and Charles.
Second and Charles, for sure.
Yeah.
They also had blind long boxes for $40, and we did purchase one. Paul's theory was...
how bad could it possibly be? This is a long box. I have no idea what's in this.
He picked the ugliest one. So his theory was, you picked the ugliest one because it's the one that nobody wants to pick, so it's obviously got the best comics in it.
Right. This is
And it was the heaviest one, right?
Yeah, this is the Ugly Duckling, which I'm hoping when I open it up, it will be a beautiful swan. We're gonna do a what's in the box? What's in the box video for this. I'm excited. I don't know. Look at how destroyed
Dude,
this box.
wrecked.
According
Wrecked, mate.
According to the store, these boxes get filled with their back stock that isn't actually sorted through. They're just grabbing books and putting them in there. And our friend Steve at Stanley Rules 1 says that some of the books that you can find in here, God, that's a full, long box.
You pop a tire.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
Hey, John.
No, just kidding, John. That didn't happen.
And nothing happened. We're fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna... $40, over 200 comics
Dude,
in there.
Yeah, there's over 200 comics.
It's between 15 to 25 cents per comic book. I can't complain. I'd love to give it a shot. I love blind boxes, giveaway bags, mystery bags. What's the matter?
Just stop slamming your hands
I
on the
can't help that.
Just stop.
It's so late right now. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So here we are. We're outside of Indianapolis. We are on, I don't want to, yeah, the tail end, kind of. We've got a couple days left on this whole thing that we're doing. We have driven
So many miles.
3,500 miles, I believe. Close is our current count. And we're going to try a couple spots in Indianapolis. We just wanted to get here, get Jeremy dropped off with you. We didn't want to get Jeremy dropped off.
No, we didn't want to drop
But
Jeremy off.
we just wanted to get here. We're going to try and sleep in a little bit tomorrow and get a start to the day. And maybe make it up to Mike's Vintage tomorrow as well, too. That would be incredible. In Springboro, Ohio, which isn't too far away, about 2 hours. This has been an incredible trip so far. I'm loving every second of this.
Yeah, honestly, Paul and I were talking about it, and I turned to him when we were driving and I was like, how much do you think an RV half this size would cost? And he was like, I don't know, like 50, 60 grand. So, goals, my friends.
Yeah.
Goals.
We, like, this is what we need to do.
Even-
for comic trips or not comic
But not
trips.
even comic trips. Like, let's just say we want to take a weekend trip to Virginia Beach or something.
Right. I foresee it in the future, especially with doing season 5 this way. I don't really know how we can kind of go backwards and not do things like this anymore. So I'm hoping for season 6. If it
Season
happens,
6, we elope.
I'm hoping for season 6 and for season 7 and season 8, season 9, season
And then
10,
season 100.
season 46 million. God willing that they happen, that we can do things similar to this, because this has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, this has literally been the funnest thing ever. You see the coolest shit on the side of the road. Like, we saw the St. Louis Arch today.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
cool. It's smaller than what I thought it was going to be.
You know what we also saw today? A creepily, kind of technically abandoned mall.
Yes, we did. You guys, we didn't air. We're not going to really, like, get into details about
Well,
the stops in there. I mean, we stopped in the stores. They're cool stores. There was a V shop in there.
V-Stock.
V-Stock, sorry.
But-
there's also a Slackers in there.
Right. But this is one of those malls we went to. We're just let's just go check it out. We heard there's a good store in there. And then we go and it's 8 o'clock and it's an hour before the mall is closing and all the shops are closed down and there's literally nobody in the mall.
Sears was closed.
And even if some of the employees have said, oh, the mall stores, they just start closing up early when there's no one in there. And the mall was kind of, it was a nice mall.
Very nice. It
But
had
it was
a Dillard's in it.
It was a ghost town.
Yeah, it was literally a ghost town, and I'm just like, you know what the problem is though, Jeremy and I and you can't have a mall 20 minutes away from another mall owned by the same companies with the same stores inside.
Yeah.
You can't do that. There's 2 malls literally within a half a mile of each other in Woodbridge, New Jersey. There's the Menlo Park Mall and then there's the Woodbridge Mall. But those 2 malls are not owned by the same company and they offer completely different stores. Like there's a Hot Topic in one where there's not a Hot Topic in the other. There's a Sephora in one where there's not a Sephora in the other. So I feel like they've been successful. I mean, those malls have been around since I was a kid, so they've been successful for years. But this is like, it's the same company, it's the same stores. Like, it was creepy, but whatever. We're here in Indianapolis.
We're tired.
We're tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm actually gonna let the dogs out because I think they have to poop.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep in a little bit
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
sleep in.
And then we're gonna try and hit a couple spots. We're doing okay on time, knock on wood, so we're gonna fit in what we can. Yeah, we're beat. So
Alright,
let's
bye.
wrap this bad boy up.
Let's go to bed. Boom.
You're still filming me? I thought you were turning the camera off. Come on.